Right, you're probably thinking, you're a watch channel. What are you guys doing with the car? And you're absolutely right, because watches are indeed our main focus. But today we're doing a bit differently, because myself and including some other team members are genuine car lovers as well. So, what's going on then? Well, it's really simple, because today we're going to talk about the connection between Porsche as a car maker and Porsche design. How? By having some fun with this, the Porsche 911 Dakar, and with this, the matching Porsche Design Chronograph 1. For me, this is a bit of a pinch me I'm dreaming moment, as I absolutely love the Porsche 911. It is of course an iconic sports car and the benchmark for the industry. And I have been looking really forward to spending time with this Dakar. But I'm not alone, as Frank, the founder of Monochrome Watches, plus a Porsche lover as well, is joining me.
The 911, designed by Ferdinand Alexander aka Bootsy Porsche, was shown to the public for the first time in 1963 and came onto the road in 1964. And it has been in this 8th generation right now, always room for improvement, over 70 years long already. With such a long history, it's no surprise that there's also some impressive track records in terms of racing. It won the Le Mans 24 Hours, the Daytona 24 Hours, the Targa Florio and many more races, including even the Paris-Dakar.
And that is where the brilliant 911 Dakar comes in. Built to celebrate this Dakar winning legend, it's for a different kind of performance. It's not built for lap times or acceleration, but we're going to show you what it does do. Porsche decided it would be a great idea to take a 911 GTS from the assembly line and have a bit of fun with it, and indeed it is. They jacked it up, installed off-road suspension, stubby Pirelli Scorpion tires, all-wheel drive and a bit of protection here and there, because that's what you need. The result? It's a 911 unlike any other. But there's of course a bit more to it than that. It's a Porsche, so of course it's going to be fast. In the back is a 3-liter twin-turbo flat-six producing 480 horsepower, and with it, the 911 Dakar hits 100 kilometers an hour in 3.5 seconds. The top speed might be limited to 240 kph due to the tires, but believe me, it's still a properly fast car.
This 911 Dakar has 50mm more ground clearance than the GTS that it's based on. And on top of that, there's also a lift installed that adds another 3 centimeters.
Now, we're far from professional motoring journalists, because we're pretty much focused on watches instead of cars. But we are genuine car lovers, so there's that. We have some experience in high-performance sports cars such as the 911, but in all honesty, I can't tell you the difference between this car, which has the GT3 engine mounts, and how that differs from the standard ones. I just don't know. Also, the difference between hydraulic power steering or electronic one, I couldn't tell you. I don't know the difference, but one thing that I do know is that it's simply the most impressive 911 visually, but also to drive. It's just an absolute joy. It has plenty of power, it's fun to drive, it's planted on the road, even on these stubby tires. So there's zero to complain about. On top of that, they made just 2,500 of these cars, and unfortunately they're all pretty much gone. Prices on the secondary market have gone up considerably. But if you really want to stand out, especially at things like Cars and Coffee or get-togethers with car enthusiasts, this is the way to do it, the 911 Dakar. It looks stunning, especially in this shade green color. It drives amazing, it has cool features, even the roof rack on top. I love it. So if you want to stand out, if you want to be noticed, this is the way to do it.
Now all this ties in neatly with Porsche design. And you might wonder why, but especially for this car, the 911 Dakar, they introduced a new version of their Chronograph 1. Let's first take a step back to 1972. Ferdinand Alexander Porsche and the Porsche family actually stepped away from the Porsche management for the car manufacturer and left it up to managers. 1972, Ferdinand Alexander Porsche founded Porsche Design Studio, and the very first product that he designed was the Chronograph 1, this one. It was the very first black chronograph on the market, and it had a very particular reason. He wanted the watch to be legible as a racing chronograph. So the watch was black, the dial was black, the markers were white, the hands were white, and everything had to be extremely legible. The only thing that was not black or white was the second hand, which is very red. So from 1972 on, Porsche Design worked with Orfina as watchmaking partner, but in 1978 they switched to IWC. IWC had different tooling mechanisms and were able to do something that none other could do. That was when they launched the Titan Chronograph. That was the very first titanium watch with a titanium bracelet. That was pretty spectacular, especially for the time. It was light, the pushers had been recessed into the case, and altogether it was something entirely new on the market. Again, very much focused on legibility, wearability, and form follows function.
Jumping to modern watchmaking by Porsche Design. Two watches in particular we're going to talk about. First being the Monobloc Actuator, which is basically inspired by the Titan chronograph that IWC and Porsche Design made together in the 80s. This too has the integrated pushers seamlessly sliding over the glass, making for a very sleek design. Still in titanium, but this time black PVD coated. Given the history of Porsche Design, that's a perfect fit, of course, and yeah, it's very legible, black dial, red and white markings, super comfortable on the wrist. It's no longer available, but yeah, it's still a very cool product. And the other one is, of course, matched to the car, which is the Chronograph 1 911 Dakar Edition. Same as the car, 2,500 pieces were made. This time not in titanium, but in titanium carbide, which is in fact more resilient to scratches. It's tougher, it's not as brittle as ceramic, so a very perfect material, showing that Porsche Design is still all about form follows function, innovation, technology, materials, etc. The design is a little bit updated from the original Chronograph 1, but it still features the barrel shape of the original case, matte black dial, day-date indications, chronograph layout in white, etc. So very nice looking watch. It's comfortable on the wrist thanks to the leather watch strap that is made from the same leather as the car. The touches of shade green in this particular edition are in the stitching and in the backing of the perforated areas of the strap. And if you were to flip it over, you would see the proprietary automatic chronograph movement, driven by a rotor that's shaped like a wheel of the 911 Dakar. So again, connection between watch and car is pretty much perfect with this watch, from top to bottom, and it's really cool. It's no longer available at the moment in this particular configuration, but the style, the shape, the case material, and etc. can also be found in different editions of the Chronograph 1. So if it's something for you, there are options. The fact that Porsche, the car maker, and Porsche Design, the design studio, still work together after all this time, yeah, it should not really be a surprise, because if you look at Porsche, the 911 is their benchmark, their icon. If you look at Porsche Design, it's the Chronograph 1. It's still a key product for both companies. And if you're looking to buy a 911 and want to have it personalized in terms of color or interior trim, you're happy to learn that they can make a watch that matches your car. So potentially you can really match your watch to your car or the car to your watch, whatever you want. Thanks for watching this very special video. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, because I've had an absolute blast in this baby, the 911 Dakar, and some time with the watch, of course. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you really enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more monochrome watch videos. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one.